Hello, hello. How we doing today? It is Deron Jacobs, and I am about to go over my final project for the IDD community. So the first thing that that we want to do is I am from Wichita, Kansas, and I was tasked to figure out what things that we offer in the IDD community, whether that's in sports, recreation, park nature, and fitness. I've grown up in Wichita, Kansas my whole life, and I was not accustomed to the different things that we offer in the IDD community until I started this class, quite frankly, this semester. So, the first thing I did for sports was bowling at Seneca Bowl. So I've been working with the Special Olympics for probably like the last month and a half, and it's been their track season. So we've been going out to the track every once a week, and we've been getting them ready for their meet that they have this weekend. And I've been just talking to the different athletes, asking them what their favorite sports were, and their favorite sports, most of them are bowling because of the just the atmosphere that the bowling alley creates and whatnot. So I got to do quite a bit of research on what the IDD community has to offer when it comes to bowling. So the Special Olympics, they do all their practices at Seneca Bowl, and that is a bowling alley here in Wichita, Kansas. As you can see in the top left corner, they have handicap parking, which is extremely close to the entrance. They do offer adaptive bowling lessons. They have adaptive equipment such as lightweight bowling ball, ball ramps, bumpers, grip assist devices, wrist supports, and then their seating areas in the bowling alley are not crowded. They're spaced out enough for a wheelchair, and they are ADA compliant. They provide a lot of different space for people who may have wheelchairs, or if you just want some space, they do have a lot of space there. And they partner with the Special Olympics, like I was saying. They offer practices there. They offer their bowling tournaments at Seneca Bowl, as well as if someone just wants some bowling lessons. And then the next thing was recreation. So, recreation, I was thinking rec center, and this is a neighborhood rec center slash pool, college hill pool. I grew up right next to this pool. I used to go to it when I was a kid a lot. It's walking distance from my house. They offer handicap parking. They offer adaptive swim lessons. They also partner with the Special Olympics of Wichita. Their lifeguards are trained professionals. They have CPR and AED certifications before they are lit out to lifeguard during swim season. Their standards meet ADA compliance. They have ramps, pool lifts, wide pathways, and visible signage. No running, no diving signs. And as you can see in the top right corner, the pool is just not, you're going to get right in, you're automatically going to go to 10 feet. You gradually walk in like you do at a beach, and they offer swim lessons for all communities, all ages, all different levels of swimming as well. And the next thing was park and nature. So I chose Orchard Park, which is a park here in West Wichita. Orchard Park has handicap parking. They offer specific leagues for the IDD community. Baseball, they have a baseball league just for the IDD community. The field is called Miracle Field, which is named after um, specifically for the IDD community. The baseball field is fenced all the way around. It's leveled out. It has soft turf to reduce injuries. It has visible field markers. They host an annual kickball tournament here, and they have their kickball season in the spring and the summertime just to get the morale up and boost the mood of being outside. There's proven study that it can reduce anxiety. The next thing I picked was for fitness. It was the North YMCA. I attend this gym almost every morning to get a quick morning lift in. They have adaptive fitness classes. They offer swim lessons. They have recreational sports for the IDD community. They have adapted equipment in the pool area, such as flotation devices. Um, They have people who can teach you swim lessons in the pool area. They have trained staff in almost every area of sports or lifting weights or anything to just get your body moving. They also have a ton of volunteers that come to the YMCA. They have people who come out and teach life skills, leadership development classes. I've done some research. Their facility is ADA compliant. They have accessible entrances. As you can see in the top right corner, they have ramps, they have handicap parking, they have handicap doors. You just press the doors and press the button and the door opens up. They also have the restrooms all have wheelchair accessibility when it comes to the stalls. And then in the weight room, I thought it was pretty cool because they have a ton of modified equipment, such as just extremely lightweight for someone who's just getting started. They have PVC pipes, they have medicine balls, and different things of that sort. Okay, so moving on to part two. Part two was to find a local sports facility that doesn't meet the IDD standard. So I chose a local gym here in Wichita, Kansas called Untamed Athletes. It is a small private gym in Northeast Wichita, and it typically serves only athletes, hence the name Untamed Athlete. It is a locally owned gym. As you can see, some pictures on the left side of the gym. All the flags are where the athletes attend college, some of them and whatnot. So this is why Untamed Athletes does not meet the IDD needs. The facility is not compliant. They don't have ramps. They don't have wide entrances. Um, they don't have handicap parking at that facility. Um, and they don't have modified equipment. It does not have a sensory regulation zone available. That's like a quiet zone. They do not have clear signage of where things are supposed to go. They have limited adaptive equipment available, such as no PVC pipes, no foam boxes, no medicine balls, and no lighter weights. They have no instruction on how to set up a certain lift that, say, someone would like to do. There's no instructions or there's no demonstration. And part three of this is to create a tool designed to access the effectiveness of the facility where it meets the IDD community. So what I would do, and it was just short and sweet, I would just make a checklist. My checklist would consist of my checklist would consist of actually five different sections, and each section I would grade it one through five. Like, let's go to section one. It would be facility operations and cleanliness. I would grade that one through five. Availability of cleaning supplies, locker rooms, bathroom cleanliness, facility temperature, ventilation, lighting, and then I would give them an overall grade, which would be right here. And then I would move on to section two, which would be equipment availability. What do they have available? Do they have cardio, resistance? Are they available during peak hours? What does the signage availability look like? And then I would give them another grade right here. And then I would move on to staff and associates. I would check the professionalism of the staff, see the availability of the certified trainers. I would see what their class offerings are, or do they just do open lift or walk-in lifts or different things like that. And I would be able to tell their customer service by figuring all that out. And then for section four, I would test their emergency readiness. Do they have safety signs and policy ready to go? Where's their equipment, their emergency equipment, such as a fire extinguisher, an AED, the closest telephone, and different things like that? I would check to see if the staff had their CPR and first aid certification. Then I would give them a grade right here. And then for section five, I would that would be member experience. Like, how's their billing process? What's the accessibility to the gym? What's the hours of the gym? Do they have a feedback system? And then I would give them an overall score like that. So that is something I would do to see if the facility would be ADA compliant. I chose a fitness facility because I love fitness. That is something I love so much. So I chose a fitness facility.